A brand new Darren Aronofsky film, some lighthearted holiday Christmas cheer. So The Whale's directed by Darren Aronofsky, stars Brendan Fraser, was written by Samuel D. Hunter, who wrote the play this film is based off of. He's credited for writing the film. I don't know if he actually wrote a new screenplay for the film, or if Aronofsky just took the script and was like, yeah, that works. This is the script for our movie, the script for the play. Because there are clips on YouTube of scenes from the play, and I'm like, that is verbatim the film. The film is about a man named Charlie who internet says the character is 600 pounds. I don't know if they actually give a weight in the film. Point is, he's given a very grim prognosis from his friend who's a nurse, so he decides to try to reconnect with his estranged daughter, played by Sadie Sink. Which it doesn't surprise me that Darren Aronofsky took this on. You look at The Wrestler is about an estranged father and daughter, and then the estranged father tries to reconnect with his daughter after he's given a very serious medical prognosis. The Whale is about an estranged father and daughter, and then the father tries to reconnect with the daughter after he's given a very serious medical prognosis. And let's get it out of the way first. Let's just do it. Let's talk about Brendan Fraser, because we heard he crushes it in this film. We heard he is a shoo-in for an Oscar nomination. I do slightly disagree. I think he's a shoo-in for an Oscar win.
I need to know that I have done one thing right with my life.
But you can say that about Darren Aronofsky films in general. The dude knows how to pull performances. Every one of his films, like Noah's the least Aronofsky film of all of them, so if you want to leave that one out, sure. But you look at every other film he's ever done, there's a performance in each of those films where you're like, that's incredible. If I were in Vegas, I'd put my bets on Brendan Fraser winning. For all you good folks who lost money on that Patty the Batty fight, here's your mulligan. Don't take my word for it. I'm not giving you gambling advice. Don't do that. Don't take that. I talk about movies on YouTube for a living. Don't listen to me. I'm just saying I would make that bet if I were in Vegas. Can you bet on the Oscars in Vegas? He is incredible in this film. If you had an actor who did less than the work he does, the film really wouldn't work as well as it does. Seems like a yeah, no shit kind of statement, but the cast is very small. One main actor, Brendan Fraser, 4 supporting actors, and that's it. 5 supporting actors, including Dan the Pizza Guy. But I'm telling you, it's a very intimate film. And one of the things that helps is the fact that you never see the fat suit makeup when you're seeing Brendan Fraser's character. I've seen it on TV, other movies, you see the fat suit, you see the makeup, it just kind of takes you out of it. That's another Oscar this film might be up for, Best Makeup, because it was an incredible job well done. And seeing Brendan Fraser give us a performance like this is something special. Maybe 20 years ago or so, he wasn't in the place to pull from that much pain, but I see his talent as like a treasure, like buried gold. And imagine someone panning for gold and they get a few nuggets and they're like, oh great, that's enough. Looks like it's tapped. But then 2 feet down, or 20 years later, however you want to see it, there's this huge gold deposit the size of Fort Knox. That's Brendan Fraser's talent. We didn't know it was there. We thought we'd seen it all. We thought we'd gotten it all. He had much more to give. Now the film, in terms of tone, is very, dark, yes, but claustrophobic as well. It makes sense that it's based off of a play because you're hanging out with this guy in his living room for 99% of the film. You look at cost-effective stage plays, they usually have that one location that the story takes place in. So you watch this, you're like, oh yeah, this is totally based off of a stage play. And that intimate, if not claustrophobic feeling is aided by the 4:3 aspect ratio presentation. Now this film is decidedly Darren Aronofsky, and for my part, that excites me. It's like Darren Aronofsky, Quentin Tarantino, Christopher Nolan, James Cameron. These are all directors that when they come out with something new, it feels like an event to me. I can only describe it as like it's game day and your favorite team is playing. You just have to watch it right now. You don't want to wait for TiVo. You don't want to record it, watch it later. You need to watch it right now. Do people still record stuff? Or is it just on demand now? Is that what it's called? Whatever. You can't wait to pop in the VHS and watch it later after you adjust the tracking. There, I said it. But also, this being a Darren Aronofsky film, I can say this phrase, this is not for everybody. And I'll be right. I can say that about every Aronofsky film before and every Darren Aronofsky film he does from now until the end of his career, until he retires. Now, this film is not going to be for everybody. I've already seen chatter online where some people find it problematic, but I myself, I found something very special in here. I found a very heartfelt story about pain, loss, human connection, family connection. Everybody in this film has at least a moment where they just come across as a little rough around the edges. Some more than others. Even the super likable people have a couple of moments of dialogue where it's like, you're kind of being high and mighty right now. But the film also gives context to pain, so you see both sides of it. You see how they are, you see why they are the way they are. That's the real magic right there. That's the mythical element, because that's a luxury we are rarely afforded in life with the people we actually interact with. But everyone in this film is dealing with something, because everyone in life always is. That's just life. I feel like this is one of those films you're going to be in one of two camps, and that's it. It's either uncomfortably unenjoyable, or you're going to find something special with it. And I don't think there's a lot of room for in between. For some, I feel like Brendan Fraser's performance might be the reason to go see it, even if you don't generally enjoy the film. But that's absolutely fair. For some folks out there, a powerhouse performance is enough. But honestly, it's not just Brendan Fraser. I mean, what he gives us is truly something special, absolutely. But Hong Chow in the movie has a couple of scenes where she is bringing it. I feel like she's in the conversation for the Oscar as well, or should be. This is a film with layers, and that's something special when I come out of the movie theater. Usually you watch a movie and, well, that's what the movie is, and that's what you take home, and I word vomit on camera, and there you are. This is a film I feel like I can peel back over time and enjoy the process of doing so. Like, I myself, I buy all of Darren Aronofsky's films. I say that because, yes, I feel this film is worth watching and worth buying on Blu-ray. Like, I'm the guy, I can watch Requiem for a Dream every Friday, like I've said before in my videos. In fact, I might actually watch it. That's right, while you're watching A Christmas Story, I'll be watching Requiem for a Dream. Merry Christmas. All right, so The Whale, have you seen it? What did you think about it? What's your favorite Darren Aronofsky film? Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.